Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video. Got a ton to cover in today's video, including the major Steam fall sale. It is live right now. A lot of great games have been heavily discounted. Want to talk a little bit about that, and I also want to point you guys' attention to an insane deal on the Steam Link device. Valve is getting rid of the physical Steam Link hardware, but the last remaining units that they do have, they have cut the price on it significantly. Also, the reviews for Fallout 76 are finally coming in, and they are not looking that hot. If you go over to Metacritic, you'll see that this is the lowest rated Fallout game in history, even lower than some of the Fallout 4 DLCs that were negatively received. And also, we have a brand new update for No Man's Sky titled Visions. I've been covering No Man's Sky quite a bit ever since the game went through this revitalization. It's incredible to see where the game has come from where it was at back in 2016. I do want to go through what we can expect to see out of No Man's Sky Visions because it does look like a pretty significant update, and once again, it will be absolutely free to all existing owners of the game. First up, the Steam Autumn Sale is live right now. A lot of games have been significantly discounted, nothing all too crazy in terms of deals, and if you look at the various competing e-tailers, they've actually got Steam beaten out on some of the prices. However, as is always the case with Steam, the caveat that you have with them is that you do have Steam refunds that you could take advantage of, so that's kind of a big deal. If anything, I would recommend you to buy your games from Steam, and then if it's available from a different e-tailer at a cheaper price, play it for that 2-hour window, see if you like it, then refund it anyway, and then buy it from an e-tailer if they do have it cheaper. If you're a humble monthly subscriber, you do save 10% off on all the games that they have on sale for the holiday sale, and I compared a lot of the deals that are available on Steam. You compare it to Humble, you can get them for better prices, but you can't use Steam refunds. The great thing about it is that if you do buy a game from Steam and decide to refund it, it stays installed on your hard drive, meaning that if you turn around and then buy a key from, say, Humble or Fanatical, and then redeem the key on Steam, you don't have to re-download the game, so that's kind of nice. However, as is always the case with the Steam sales as well, comparatively speaking to all of the other sales that e-tailers are running, they have the largest catalog of games on sale, no question. Some of the deals are fantastic. Dragon Quest 11 is discounted. It's $42, and I don't see any other places putting a sale on that, as is Valkyria Chronicles 4. That's 50% off for $30. Now, I'm mentioning JRPGs. You guys know I'm a big fan of the genre, but it's applicable to all genres. Assassin's Creed Odyssey is 30% off for $40.19, so that's a pretty good deal. Wish it was a little bit cheaper, as the physical versions on PS4 and Xbox One are regularly available for $30 as a part of Black Friday. Would be great to see gamers pick it up for 30 bucks, but hey, it is what it is. Divinity Original Sin 2 Definitive Edition is 35% off for $29.24. That is pretty ridiculous. I actually just started my playthrough on this game, and I see where all the hype is coming from. A pretty fantastic game with a lot of nuances, and I never played the original title, but I heard the Definitive Edition really does flesh it out a lot more. So that's something to note as well. Monster Hunter World is 34% off for $39.59. That's pretty good. Monster Hunter World, in my experience, this is a rather good PC port. However, initially, it did have some issues. Shadow of the Tomb Raider is 50% off for $30. That's insane. I kind of predicted that a while back, but yeah, that game just released like 2 months ago, and to see it 50% off, kind of an inclination on why it might not be the best idea to buy a game at launch, at least not every game. That's why I say charging $60 for a PC game in 2018 is something that very, very few games can do, because as we see, a lot of them go on sale pretty quickly, and in the case of Shadow of the Tomb Raider, literally 2 months after the game's release, it's down 50%. Grand Theft Auto 5 is down to $19.79, so that's pretty good, and a bunch of other deals are available. Nier Automata is 50% off. No Man's Sky, which we'll talk about in a little bit, is 50% off for $30. Far Cry 5 is 50% off for $30. Would like to see that a little bit cheaper. I do believe PlayStation 4 copies are being sold for like 20 bucks, but hey, it was a game that was just released earlier this year, so $30 for it is not all too bad. The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt Game of the Year Edition, just like every other sale, it's down to $20. Wish we could get it a little bit cheaper at this point, but hey, it is what it is. And then you've also got discounts on Counter-Strike Global Offensive, Fallout 4, City Skylines, your typical games that always go on sale, but they're available here again. A lot of hidden gems. I will definitely be covering this sale more in depth, so stay tuned for those videos. But just like with every Steam sale, a lot of games are kind of hidden, and you have to dig a little bit if you do want to find the best deals available, so I'll try to dig those up for you guys. But also, as a part of the Steam Autumn Sale, the Steam Link device is down 95%. Yes, this originally goes for $49.99. Well, it is down to $2.50. If you don't know what the Steam Link is, it essentially allows you to stream PC games from your PC to the device, and the device will connect directly to your TV. It's a pretty useful piece of hardware. However, a lot of devices like smart TVs are just having Steam Link implemented into it, so the need for the physical hardware is dissipating. However, some people still want access to it, and it is 95% off for $2.50. That is insane. However, I should note that if you do end up picking this up, you do have to pay like $7 for shipping, so you end up paying just under $10, but still that's ridiculously good for Steam Link. And I would say that it's pretty useful to have. By the way, they also do have Steam Controller on sale. I believe it's 30% off for like $35. I have a Steam Controller. It's really not my cup of tea. I'm not a big fan of it, but some people absolutely love it. I just am not a big fan of it. If I want to play a controller, I'll go all out and use an Xbox One controller. If I want to use keyboard and mouse, I'll use keyboard and mouse. The Steam Controller is more of a hybrid of the two, and I really didn't think it was all too great. Again, 30% off on that for $35, and there's a bundle available with controller and link for $35.61, so you can check that out as well. As far as the sale itself goes, again, as always, hundreds upon hundreds of games on sale, and I will have more in-depth videos for you guys very, very soon. Moving on from that, Fallout 76 has been getting a lot of criticism. Of course, the reviews for the game didn't come out because it is an online-oriented game, and you really can't post a review for the game the day it came out. Critics have gotten a chance to play it, and right now on Metacritic, it is the lowest rated Fallout game of all time. This includes being lower than some of the DLC content for Fallout 4, and some of the DLC content for Fallout 4 was very negatively received, so that says a lot. Currently, the PC version has a 55 on Metacritic, the PlayStation 4 version has a 50, and the Xbox One version has a 53. Now, at this point, there are very few reviews out. There are 15 critic reviews on Metacritic right now, the highest review score being a 76 and the lowest being a 38. Fallout 76 hasn't really captivated me to the point where I really wanted to get invested into the game, and none of my friends are really checking out the game anyway, so to play Fallout 76 solo, that's not really going to be the best thing to do. So for me, Fallout 76 is a game that I'm entirely skipping, at least for the time being. If at some point down the line I hear the game gets better and better, maybe it's discounted and a bunch of my friends pick it up, and then I can actually have a squad to play with, then I'll check it out. But at this point, Fallout 76 isn't a game that is really catching my eye, and it looks like from a commercial standpoint, it isn't doing all too well either. From Twitch viewership standpoint, I saw this statistic. Fallout 76's Twitch viewership is down over half compared to Fallout 4, and you would think that 76 would be a game that would be much more user-friendly as far as streaming, and Twitch has only gotten bigger through the years, so on paper, Fallout 76 would be a game that would be much more viewer-friendly compared to Fallout 4. That obviously hasn't translated well. The game itself seems to have a lot of issues, and the Metacritic score right now kind of shows. And lastly, for all of you guys playing No Man's Sky, and by the way, that game is on sale as a part of the autumn sale. I believe it's 50% off for $30, so it's a very steep price point. Kind of crazy how No Man's Sky was one of those games that increased in price, but hey, I guess after you release all of these updates and the game has gotten so much better, you can justify keeping the game at a higher price point. And do remember that back in 2016, people paid $59.99 for the initial release of the game, and that was a train wreck. But now No Man's Sky will be getting another major update in Visions. It's introducing a lot of new content, varied hazardous flora, sentient materials, and I can go on and on. There are also shared community mission progress, which is kind of important. A lot of progress has been made on No Man's Sky. This is one of the best gaming turnarounds that I've seen, probably up there with games that started off so bad and then they just got better and better. I won't say No Man's Sky is absolutely perfect at this point, but when you look at that game that people were paying $60 for back in 2016, and now you can get the game for $30, and this is the version of the game you're getting, there's no question that No Man's Sky has made some incredible strides. And at the end of the day, Hello Games could have released the game on PC, and PS4 players didn't even have the option to get a refund, and they could have just taken all the money and ran, but they've made the game better and better, and Visions drops tomorrow, and it's another free update. That's pretty great that all of the updates have been free.
Community missions now share progress globally. Visual enhancements include improved skies and atmospherics.
But that's going to conclude this video, guys. Again, the Steam Autumn Sale is live right now. Do expect a couple of videos with me covering the best deals. Steam Link is one of the best deals as a part of the Autumn Sale. It's 95% off for $2.50. The last wave of physical units for that is being shipped out. So if you want to, do pick it up ASAP. Fallout 76 is the lowest rated Fallout game in history, and No Man's Sky is getting another major update, and it's dropping tomorrow. That's going to wrap up this video. If you guys have a request for a future video, as always, you can leave that in the comment section down below, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Today's video is sponsored by scdkeys.com. They are running a great Black Friday sale right now with numerous games and software discounted. On top of that, remember that we are coming up on the release of Battlefield 5. The game is officially out tomorrow, and you can get the game at a little bit of a discount at SCD Keys. They have the game down to $54 and change, but you can also use the code CM2 to save an additional 3% on the game. Remember, for any of the software that you buy, you can also use the code CM1 to save 10% on any of that.